tonight's edition of Grappler's Keep. The Bag of Holding Premium Live event is brought to you by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And within just a week or so from now, we have an equinox coming up, which means everyone's going to be enjoying the evening out of days and nights. And some of them will be trying to do that trick of trying to balance an egg at the right time of the day, whether you're just enjoying the day or going through the histrionics of trying to get a egg to stand on its end. Make sure you keep your focus throughout the day, and one of the best ways to do that is to keep hydrated. And one of the best ways to do that is to use that one product that has all of that great water taste, but none of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only, Diet Water. This product is available in stores where it is sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone wise on this island Earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here for Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. It is Saturday night, which means the special that Virgil, our caramel cyborg soda jerk, is making up tonight are our famous 1, 2, 3 parfaits. So get your order into Rory as she takes you to your favorite table or booth, or if you're part of the fun bunch sitting at the serving counter spinning around on those red stools, sit back and enjoy, because Saturday night is also the night for Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K25 universe, where numbered characters from all of your favorite tabletop genres compete in a ring that we call the Dice Tray. And more importantly, tonight it is our first premium live event of the season. This is the Bag of Holding PLE. This is akin to the WWE Money in the Bank briefcase. In this match, we have two featured matches, which are ladder matches in which 8 men and 8 women will be participating. Whoever can climb to the ladder and get the bag of holding up off the hook gets the bag to hold the bag of holding, and they can use that to cash in anytime, anywhere, a match against the current reigning men's Master of Melee or the ladies' Lady of Valor Championship. So it can be done before a match, at the end of a match, even during a match, if they so choose. So our champions have to be ready and have their head on a swivel. The top 8 wrestlers, according to the game's ranking system, will be participating in those for the men and the women, and we have many other matches as well. 14 matches in total. We have a big card tonight, and all 60 of our wrestlers in Grappler's Keep will be on the card tonight. The only people that won't be there are maybe a manager or two, just because we have some special stipulation matches that do not let me put the managers in. Otherwise, they would be there as well. We like to try to feature as many people as we can for these premium live events, so you can see all of your favorite wrestlers from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres. So we have a big card on hand. We have a lot of matches to go through. So without any further ado, since we used all the ado making dinner tonight, let's go ahead and get things started. It is the Bag of Holding. Welcome to Grappler's Keep. All right, let's go ahead and get things started here. We will be, as I said, 14 matches on the card. We will be starting out with an 8-woman 4-way tornado tag match. All 8 women will be in the ring, or at least starting out in the ring at the same time. Can't guarantee they will be staying there. Microphone volume is low. Thank you for letting me know. I will try to adjust it. Thanks for telling me, Krellin. Let me crank that up just a little bit here, or maybe reposition things a little bit, get a little bit better volume there or that way. Try to position it so it's not visible and all that, but I just may have to fix that a little bit. So let me know if that fixes things, Krellin. Okay, cool, thanks. So again, 8 lady 4-way tornado tag match to start things off with a bang. Then we have the men's Knights of the Realm Tag Team Champion belts on the line, as the Kobolds, along with their manager Mo, the man in the trench coat, will be defending the belts up against the Back Alley Boys. And this is going to be interesting. This is going to be a tables match here. So you don't win by pinning your opponent. You win by putting one of them literally through a table. In our third match, we have a one-on-one singles match here. It's originally scheduled as a tag team match between the Interlude and the Shield Maidens, but Yelena had a travel issue that came up, so we could not guarantee she was going to be here in time. So it will just be a singles match here between Dia Hanu and Varja. Our fourth match will be all of the men's tag teams that aren't in other events here. An 8-man 4-way tornado tag match between all of these very skilled tag teams. Fifth match is one of the matches we're going to be watching out for closely. This will be the men's bag of holding. These are the top 8 men's singles wrestlers in Grappler's Keep right now. They will all be competing for that very heavily desired bag of holding briefcase. We have a one-on-one match, Annabelle Dukes versus Jayla Fast Shadow in a casket match. We'll explain why that is happening when we get to that match. Then we'll have the women's version of the bag of holding. You see here our top 8 ladies wrestlers will be goat wrestling, going up the ladder to try to snag the women's bag of holding. Picken Sarlano last week won and now is the bearer of the women's Hunter's Mark, and she will be bearing the Hunter's Mark against Annalith in a TLC. And no, that does not stand for Tender Loving Care, people. That stands for a table, ladders, and chairs match. Then we have a singles match between Vin Blastine versus Laura O'Dubda, and this is going to be the very vaunted ambulance match. We have men's tag team coming up, as the Barbarians, along with their manager, Praxagor Thesmophoria, will be going up against the Brotherhood of Cthulhu in an Extreme Rules tag team match. The Dungeon Master, last week in our massive 10-wrestler gauntlet match, was able to run a lot of the gauntlet himself, and he is now the bearer of the men's Hunter's Mark, and he will be defending that against Killeran Sparkshard in a no-holds-barred match. The women's tag team Queens of the Keep belts are on the line, as our tag team ladies champions Anarchy will be going up against Thrill and Chill to defend those belts. And our women's Lady of the Valor champion Cheryl Aronoma will be in an underground match to defend her title against Minyun Mitalar. And in our main event, Curtis the Pistol Powell will be challenging Novar Xanatrone for the Master of Melee Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So keep your eyes out on that one. So let's go ahead and head to the arena. This show will be coming, quote unquote, live out of Dallas, Texas. We will be at the old Sportatorium down there, the old home of World Class Championship Wrestling, as we will go ahead and get things started here with our first match. This is a 4-way tornado tag match. We have 4 tag teams in there, so all 8 ladies will be in there at the same time. We have the Hag Sisters, we have Paws and Claws, we have Sister Cyber, we have Divine Smite will all be in there, going at each other as they try to find a way to get someone to be pinned or submitted. So, looks like we are ready to start with our first match. Let's go ahead and get things started. Here we are at the old Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas. And coming out first, it is Paws and Claws.
The following contest is a fatal four-way tag team match. Introducing first, adorable Kitty and Tiger Girl Team Paws.
All right, Paws and Claws, just two Tabaxi girls looking to have a good time and win a few matches along the way. They are former tag team champions here within Grappler's Keep, so do not take them lightly. In a match like this, when you don't have to tag, you know what they say about cats liking to play with their food. See what happens as they work together, not having to worry about tagging here tonight. Now coming out next, this is Sable, half of the tag team Sister Cyber, our tag team out of the cyberpunk universe. She is our cyber implant specialist. Use those skills to literally save her sister Shiny. She's making the Bluetooth-ish cyber connections now.
And their opponents, first, the future lady, Showstopper, and Sabin, pretty mean sister.
So this sister tag team act making their way to the ring. They don't even need to talk during a match. They use the cyber implants to communicate to each other when the tags are coming, what moves they should do, and all that. They tried to use that to a tactical advantage, and they did. In fact, at one time they were the Queens of the Keep tag team champions, losing the belts to Anarchy in that Dice Mania last year. Now looks like they are set and ready to go. And now everything gets dark and silent as another team from the fantasy realm prepares to enter. There's Crazy May, Lard Ladle, and her big sister, Devious Dora Drek.
Crazy May, Lars, Lady, and Devious Doris Dregs, the Bad Girls.
They are the Hag Sisters, making their way down, not afraid to use their otherworldly abilities to take control of a match. Always a force to be reckoned with. As Crazy May is always fascinated by the lights. Tries to count them now rather than counting them later. Their way in. Oh, already. People already know about our premium live event, because can you see what's happening here, people? It is time for us to bring out the band spatula for LDJRS 157. Thou hast ignited the spite of Virgil, the Caramel Cyborg, and you shall receive the band spatula. We don't do those cheap imitation follower stuff here. We want the real kind. And now the last team to come up, part of the faction known as the Disciples. They are our half-elf clerics, Brenelor and Jilin. They are Divine Smite. They have teamed up with the Paladins to form up the Discipleship.
Their opponents, Brenda, Lord, and Jillian, the Disciples.
Making their way down the ring, they felt they should have been better last year, but they didn't quite seem to have the right focus for whatever reason. So they went to their temple mates, Sir Obadias IV and Othniel, team known here as the Paladins. And now look to have a greater focus, and maybe they can show that since they will be able to work together. You don't have to tag each other out in a tornado tag. Looks like they are set and ready. They are at ease and ready to go. They are taking no nonsense anymore. And their matches of late have shown that. Alright, looks like we're set. Paws and Claws is ready. Sister Cyber looks set to go. The Hag Sisters staying loose. And there's Divine Smite. There's the ref, who's got the biggest job in the world. And there we go. Everyone going at each other here. Brenelor going right after Jiashi. Nice sidewalk slam, and her tag team partner comes in. 4 up, 4 down. We got bodies flying all over the place here. Oops, like the ref got in Jalin's way here. Sable with the sidewalk slam. Snap DDT by Sable onto, or Shiny on Daisy, on Crazy May. And Devious is already, Greg is already going for a pin, but quickly broke up. You can lose by not losing. All you have to do is pin or submit one member of the team. So it's basically like a fatal 4-way with help. And we see them all over the place here. And Brenelor has gone to the toy box and launches it at Devious Dora. Hits her in the back of the head and throws her out. Jiashi has been thrown out of the ring. Dora's rolling out to escape. Got the other 6 bodies in there. Oh, and with the kendo stick, there's Shiny. Now she decides to get rid of it. Bodies, you can see, flying all over the place. Jilin is thrown out. Baseball bat in the hands of Devious Dora. Meanwhile, Shiny goes for a pin, only to have Jiashi kick out. We got 4 outside, 4 inside. We got Shiny, and we got Paws and Claws and Sister Cyber inside the ring. The other 2 groups outside. Pull down slam by Shiny. Jiashi's still recovering from whatever's happened to her. Big elbow drop there. And now Brenelor's coming back into the ring. Shiny goes for the pin, but Crazy May's there to block it. Fell Shiny, and now we got Adasha going after Devious Dora, as is Jilin. We got the others inside. Sleeper slam there by Sable. Now Crazy May all over Brenelor. Going for the ankle lock, going for the submission. Sable quickly breaks that up. Goes after her. Now Jiashi takes out Sable, going for the pin. Crazy May there to break it up. Everyone else fighting outside. You gotta be careful, keep an eye out, because the only pins that count are inside. And we got Crazy May going crazy on Jiashi, going for the submission, and nobody else is in the ring to help Jiashi, but she's able to roll over and kick out. Whip, nope, Crazy May whips Jiashi into the corner. Everyone else is fighting outside. And now Crazy May's got the sledgehammer. Can't quite work it right. And a rollover into a pin by Jiashi with Jilin just there in time to save. Only a 1 count. Nice enziguri there by Crazy May to get away. We got 4 in the ring now. And Jilin has Crazy May up trying to go for a pile driver, but back body dropped instead. And now we got more bodies coming in as they see that there's possible pins happening. And now Jiashi's going for the scratching post and the submission onto Shiny. Doesn't get it. Gets attacked, and now Divas Dora's on her. Jilin lands on Shiny. Almost hit her tag team partner. Now we got everybody's back inside the ring now. Sable going for a pin, but Brenlor breaks it up. Jilin going for a pin. And only gets a 2. We got steps coming into the ring now from Brenlor. We got another kendo stick. Nope. Sable decides she doesn't want that. Bodies flying all over the place. Uh-oh, we got an electric chair drop from Brenlor, almost hitting those steps. Sable rolls out to recover. Jilin looking for a place to land. Kicks Adasha, and missile drop kick there. We got bodies all over the place. Crazy May has Shiny up. Massive power bomb. Brenlor going for a pin in the corner. No one sees, but Sable kicks out. Nice Hurricanrana there by Shiny, only to get attacked, and her attacker gets hit by Jilin. Brenlor going after Sable. Everyone else is outside the ring. Knife edge chop there. Hits the face slam there, goes for the pin. And it's over. Out of nowhere, Brenlor hits guidance onto Sable, and our half-elf clerics, Divine Smite, win the Tornado Tag match to start everything off. Good, exciting match here to get us going here. Already getting a 5-star ranking from Dave Meltzer, so must be off to a good start. And now, the first of our many titles on the line here tonight. Our current reigning champions are Eenie and Meanie out of the faction 3 Kobolds and the Trenchcoat being their manager, Mo. And they have successfully defended before by defeating the Luchanomes, and now they will have one of maybe their toughest defense ever, as they will be going against Ethan Drake and Pierce Lincoln. They are the Back Alley Boys out of the noir genre. So, will it still be a new day for the Kobolds, or will the Prince of the Boulevards finally get the title belt around his waist, along with his enforcer? Let's find out. Let's head right back to the Sportatorium. This is going to be a tables match, everyone. So you don't win by pin or submission. You put one of your opponents through a table. Coming out first, Ethan Drake, along with his enforcer, Pierce Lincoln.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. It is for the men's All-Star Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 430 pounds, Ethan Drake and the enforcer, Pierce Lincoln, the Hooligans.
All right. tough tag team to tag with. They insisted that this be a tables match. They wanted the Kobolds to prove that they aren't just a novelty act, how tough they are. And the Kobolds not afraid for any challenge. Said yes, so they signed up for this tables match. As we wait for the Kobolds to come in. Yes, it's a new day for Kobolds everywhere, as they are your Knights of the Realm Tag Team Champions, showing off their brand new cereal Koboldos. Enie's got his trombone, and Mo is throwing pancakes to the crowd. All right. People didn't take him seriously until that famous premium live event where they defeated the Brotherhood of Cthulhu and won the Knights of the Realm Championships. They defended them at the season-ending premium live event known as Dice Mania. And now this will be another title defense for them here, only they will have their hands full. This is the belt that they are defending, the Knights of the Realm Tag Team Championships. Let's take it to Alicia down ringside. As, I guess we're not going to get the mics from here, he holds them up for all to see. All right, looks like they're ready. This will be under Tornado Tag rules. Everyone's in the ring at the same time, and here we go. And the Kobolds aren't afraid. They're going right after it. Ethan's down, but Lincoln takes down Meanie, and Enie goes right after him, only to walk into a half Nelson suplex. Everyone's down. Okay, so I was going to say everyone's down but Pierce, but now everyone's back up on their feet again. Nice drop kick there by Enie. Meanie's all over Ethan Drake. Chin drop there, and Enie's not wasting any time. He's going right for a table. Throws one in as Meanie is all over Pierce Lincoln. Stands on the ring apron as Enie goes after Pierce. Leaps over. Top rope. Body splash there. And he's going right for some ground and pound as Enie is all over Ethan Drake right now. They're not afraid to go toe-to-toe with these guys, and they're showing it. Big boot there. Everyone's back in the ring, and Meanie's setting up the table. Mo's thrown in a chair. Enie's going right after Pierce here. Trying to take him to the table, has him set up. But a big elbow by Pierce blocks that. Pierce scoops up Meanie. And nope, he does not break the table. He hit it and knocked it down. That did not hit, and now Enie's got the chair going. Nails them both. And I think Pierce is bleeding. Goes up, big body splash from the top rope by Enie onto Pierce. Meanie throws the table back in. And Ethan catches him with a big fist, leaps over, but gets caught and tripped up by Meanie. Big kick there, and now the Kobold kicks are going as Meanie sets up the table again. Down goes Pierce. As they try to set him up, nope. Throws him towards the corner. Trying to take him to the table. And does. Pierce gets away again, and the table falls, and Pierce nails Meanie. Throws him into the ropes. Goes nowhere. Ethan Drake thrown into the corner, and Mo is messing with the turnbuckles. He's taking one of them off. That could be dangerous, and we have no ref there. Enie has the chair after Pierce hits Meanie with a shoulder buster, and now goes after Ethan. And the Kobolds are very much holding their own here. I actually expected it to be the other way around. But the Kobolds have been all over him up till now. Pierce is getting some action there on Meanie. Now Ethan's come to life. Whips Eenie into the corner, drops down. Defrogs over, Meanie knocks the table down. As Ethan gets a couple of kicks in there, and Meanie going right after Pierce, only to get double axe handled, and he's the only one standing right now. He comes back in. Meanie slowly getting to his feet. Ethan's up to his feet as well. Now Pierce has the table. Doesn't set it up, throws it down as Ethan is all over Meanie. Now he goes after Eenie. Pierce has got the table. He looks unsure what to do now. No, he doesn't set the table up and walks right into a drop kick from Meanie. Meanie has the table, nails Pierce with it. Ethan throws in another table, then goes after Eenie, throws him out, goes after him. Meanie has Pierce up on his feet, trying to take him to the table. No, Pierce elbowing his way free. Eenie thrown in. Again, the table gets knocked back down. These tables are not staying up long. Meanie bounces out of the corner, hits that turnbuckle that his manager exposed, and now here comes a buckle bomb, face first by Eenie. Onto Eenie from Ethan. Pierce has Meanie down, has him hammerlocked. Gonna stretch that arm, pulling those fingers back. Ethan waits outside, pops over, punches Eenie. He's going after a table, elbow drop by Pierce. Onto Meanie, it looks like he's pulling himself up. Now we're gonna have not one but two tables up. Enie's in trouble. Ethan has him right there at the table, but no, he fights his way out. Big knife edge chops there by the Kobold. Ethan blocks that one. Meanie all over Pierce again. Whips him over the table, blocking the path. And now Eenie and Meanie getting the blows in. And now he's wrapping him up. He's going to go for the Kobold's curse on Pierce. The submission is not going to get you a win, but could weaken him. Meanwhile, Ethan is all over Eenie. Pierce is holding his knee in pain. Eenie thrown out of the ring. Ethan goes after him. Meanie going all over, but walks right into a hip toss by Pierce. Whips him into the table. Meanie's in trouble. Pierce looks like he's going for a power bomb here. Has him up, and he's through. Eenie cannot get there in time, and you now have new Knights of the Realm champions. Ethan Drake, Pierce Lincoln, the Back Alley Boys are your new Knights of the Realm Tag Team Champions. From the back streets of the East Side to now, Knights of the Realm. Whew. That was a pretty active match. I must say, the Kobolds gave them a lot better match than I expected. But whew, that was a messy one for sure. All right, now we have women's singles action here. As it's going to be Dia Hanu against Varja. The original plan was for the interlude to be in a tag team match with the Shield Maidens, but something got messed up with Gelna's travel plans for getting her here. So they decided to change it to a singles match, and they decided between the interlude and Dia Hanu said that she would take on Varja. So this should be an interesting matchup. Let's go ahead and get right back to Dallas, the Sportatorium, and the more of our Bag of Holding premium live event. Dia does not, Mira does not have her cape on, her gown on.
Accompanied by Showstopper, this representing the entourage from Avalon, Dio Haku.
All right, Dia Hanu, one of our traveling elf bards, been known to inspire themselves and others to do things for them. Mira is her tag team partner, is going to be at her side. Don't know why she chose not to wear her robe, but that was her choice. And looks like they are set and ready to go. He is outside in the ring waiting. And here they come. I guess Gelna was able to make it last minute. Looks like she just, I was just being told from the commissioner's office, she just literally arrived an hour ago. So they're going to go ahead and leave the match as it is, not turn it back to tag team. She's not had time to prepare. And now here Gelna's trying to get Varja to hurry up, showing off that shiny armor to everyone instead of getting towards the ring. Varja loves to fight as much as she loves almost as much as she loves her armor. And we will get to see her in singles action here. There's her tag team partner, Gelna. The Total Shield Maiden. Sometimes people say that she's in more for the glamour than the combat. That she feels that's Varja's job, not hers. But we'll see what happens. All right, Dia Hanu is ready to go. Varja is set. And here we go. And Dia comes in with a big kick right away. Big stomp on the hand. Another big stomp. A third. Showing no fear, going right after Varja here. Doing some ground and pound, showing that she can go hard and heavy. Against Varja, pulls her up, and vicious knee right there. Holds the arm out, big stomp right on the shoulder. Another stomp again. And a kick right to the gut. Both of these wrestlers are used to going in their corners. Looks like Dia almost went there instinctually here. Waits for her to get up, rolls through, and hits a neck breaker out of nowhere. Hooks the leg for the pin. Looks like the ref got distracted by Gelna. Didn't get there for the pin very quick. Now gets hit by a senton. Goes to the corner. Waiting for Varja to get up. Big running forearm from behind. Big stomp, but nobody there. But another big boot by Dia. Has her measured out. Big stomp to the head. Another stomp to the face. He's going to go up top rope. Waiting for her to get up. Launches, missile dropkick, misses. Varja takes advantage, but Dia comes right back at her with some more shots there into the ropes. Goes for the senton, but misses. And now Varja on top. Some ground and pound. And then finish it with a slap across the face. Some disrespect there. And now goes in for more. You missed a 8-way tornado tag match and a men's tag team champions. The Kobolds were defeated by the Back Alley Boys for the tag team championship. Wandering Silence. This is match number 3. Started early because this is the premium live event. We have 14 matches, so we're starting early. All right, Varja brings Dia into the corner, hard into the turnbuckle, puts her up top. And now just body press, launches her. Military press style. Runs in for the pin. But only 2 count. Yep, it's no longer a new day for the Kobolds. And now the Varja gets the ground and pound. Now stomping the water out of the mud puddle. Pulls her up, but Dia's ready. Nice Paige Turn reversal. You can do that later on at the bag of holding match. And now, Dia reversing things, stomping the life out of Varja. Wraps her up, brings her over to the corner. Mira cheering Dia on, has her up on the shoulders, spins her around and drops her on the top rope. That looked brutal. Whoever said bards don't know how to fight hasn't been watching these two. Dia's waiting. Nope, she's not going to wait for a count out. She's going to go right after her, and Varja was ready. Scoops her up, has her up, and face plant straight down. Hits her with final flight, does it outside the ring. Now throws her down in the corner, up and over the wall. And she's going after her out there as the count goes to 5. Big uppercut by Dia. These ladies are taking it outside the ring as the count goes to 6. Are we going to have a double count out? Dia stays aware, comes in, the count comes to 8. And now Varge is in as well. Catches her from behind, big kick there. Wraps her up, pulls her up, hits the gladius. Does the schoolgirl roll up right there in the corner. Mira trying to cheer Dia on, but no. Gets the pin and the win. 4. The Shield Maidens. Big win for Varja in singles action. They're celebrating with her tag team partner. So, Shield Maidens on a roll here as of late. And Varja making pretty quick work out of Dia. All right, now it's time for our men's 4-way tornado tag. As we saw with the ladies, all 8 will be in the ring at the same time. You win by pinning or submitting one of your opponents. There's no count outs, no DQs. So we have the Paladins, we have the Demolition Squad, we have Power and Glory, and the Lucha Gnomes will all be in this matchup here. So variety of styles and sizes going on in this one. So let's head right back to the Sportatorium in Dallas for more of the Bag of Holding Premium Live event. See who comes out first. It is the Demolition Squad. Scooter, the self-proclaimed Baron of the Wasteland, was chased out of there with Chaos, his bodyguard, as they are preparing to head back. Until now, they are a part of Grappler's Keep. See Chaos leading the way.
Introducing first, at a combined weight of 525 pounds, Terry and Chaotic Demolition.
All right, there you see Scooter up in the corner. There's his tag teammate and bodyguard, Chaos. Getting themselves psyched up and ready to go. Trying to get the crowd up. As you can see, some of the crowd there is up for them. They enjoy their post-apocalyptic tag team. And they are set and ready to go. All right, let's see who's next. All right, that will be our team from the Cyberverse. Checkmate, followed by Dynamo. They are Power and Glory. Out of the Cyberverse, looking to bring they packed their way from their world to this world, looking to bring their world here. Very good, formidable force to be reckoned with. Good technical skills. Dynamo very much highly athletic and aerial. Checkmate a little bit more grounded, but to be kept an eye on all the same. And coming up next, we saw their temple mates, Divine Smite, win the ladies match. Now it is Sir Obadiah Scandalon the Fourth and Othniel. They are the Paladins. Making their way down to the ring. They have been mentoring Divine Smite.
At a combined weight of 456 pounds, gentlemen, Knight and the Great Goldman, Knight, the Disciples.
Making their way to the ring. They feel the ring, like the temple, is holy. It is sacred. It should be respected and treated as such. And they will take on anyone who tries to defile it. They appear to have been helping out Divine Smite as well. Let's see if they will put their own training to use and get a sweep for the Disciples here tonight in the Tornado Tag matches. Looks like they are at ease and ready to go. All right. The Paladins are ready. That just means we have one more team to come. And that would be Zalzar Darkbelt and Trebar Twinback. They are the Lucha Gnomes.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 366 pounds, Sam Silva, the Luchador, and Trevor, the Luchadors.
I don't know why the announcement keeps repeating Luchador over and over again. It's a bug in the game. And before you purists say anything, yes, gnomes are supposed to be a lot shorter, but this is literally the shortest you can make people in this game. Just like we have a ladies wrestler who's supposed to be a gnome, I can only make him so short. But looks like they are ready to go. All right. Demolition Squad is set. Power and Glory looks ready. Paladins are loose. And the Lucha Gnomes are ready to leap. There's the bell, and here we go. And everyone's going at each other. A lot of action all over the place. Massive military press there by Chaos onto Zalzar. Paladins seem to be working their way around the ring. Now Chaos has caught Othniel. And now Dynamo trying to go after Sir Obadiah. And out of nowhere, Zalzar goes for a pin, but is stopped by Checkmate. Scandalon thrown out of the ring. Bodies flying. Scandalon getting ready to go in. He's going to the toy box, but Zalzar interrupts him. And now massive backbreaker. And now a sidewalk slam by Chaos, holding on to Checkmate, going for the pin, but two people block that. Nice shoulder block by Othniel, who now goes after Zalzer. Checkmate onto Chaos. So we got half the people in, half the people out. Now Zalzer coming back to the ring to help his teammate. Gandalon in as well. Oops, Zalzer missed with that one. Gandalon has... Uh-oh, look out. Dynamo's come in swinging with the baseball bat. Takes Chaos out. Checkmate on top of Scandalon. Now big boot to Othniel. Scandalon going after Dynamo. Dynamo getting the best of that one. Now Dynamo goes back after Scooter. Checkmate all over Othniel, going some ground and pound, and they're the only two left in the ring right now. Kendo stick in the hands of Chaos. And he breaks it over Dynamo, literally. Checkmate going up top. No one paying attention. Big body splash. Hooks the leg. And out of nowhere, there's the tag team partner to save Othniel. Scandalon goes right after Checkmate, defending his tag team partner. Massive shoulder breaker there. Big knee drop, and now Othniel's going to go outside, join the party. Scandalon all over Checkmate. Big stomps all over the place. A kick, admonishing him to get up. Kicking him to get up. Boots all over the place, and now Zalzer looks like he's trying to come back in. Nice little hip toss there by Scandalon. Zalzer goes for a splash and misses. Nobody home. Now Chaos is in the ring. Scandalon uses the bat, but it doesn't affect him. But Dynamo catches Chaos from behind. Goldcracker to the knee, but pins broke. Ref's having a heck of a time keeping track of what's going on. He only has to worry about what's inside the ring. And now Scandalon goes after Chaos and gets hit from behind by Traybar. Checkmate all over Scooter. Now Chaos goes to Dynamo. Nice little headlock there by Scandalon. Dynamo trapped in the corner by Chaos. And sleep spell being cast by Scandalon onto Scooter. No one seems to be paying attention now. Zalzer breaks it up just in time. Now Zalzer goes for the pin on Scooter. Scandalon obliges by breaking that one up. Dynamo all over Traybar. Zalzer holding his own against Scandalon. Now here comes Othniel coming after him, defending his partner. Bodies all over the place. Checkmate flexing, only to get jaw dropped onto the rope by Zalzer. Now he's going to cut. Zalzer's going to the toy box here. He's got himself a kendo stick. Othniel flies and misses. Scooter's coming out of the corner now. Zalzer's got the kendo stick. Knocked away by Scooter. Chaos and Dynamo are down. Both Lucha Gnomes are now. Checkmate has the kendo stick, uses it and then throws it, and now Traybar's going after Checkmate. Oh, misses there. Checkmate has Othniel and walks right into a kendo stick, throws it at Dynamo by Traybar. Over the shoulder drop there. Now Scandalon goes after Traybar. Zalzer coming back in. Has him up. Hits a smite powerbomb there, and now goes after Scooter. Everyone's back in the ring. Bodies all over the place. The ref doing everything he can to keep track of what's going on. Dynamo rolls out. Chaos down for a pin. No, it was Traybar being held down for a pin by Othniel, saved by his tag team partner. Now Othniel goes after him. Scandalon. Nasty suplex there from Checkmate. Now Checkmate goes after Chaos. Looks like he hits the big finisher there, going for the pin. Everyone else is busy, but there's the save by Traybar. Everyone's down or kicking, one or the other. Graybar does a rollover on Checkmate, can't hold it. Dolls are outside the ring. Chaos has the Geiger counter in, but saved by Scandalon. Othniel with the slam there. Big slam by Dynamo, holding him down, only to be saved by the tag team partner. Othniel goes for opportunity, only get landed on by Dynamo, being I couldn't have been thrown by Checkmate. Must have been by Chaos because they're tag team partners. Big slam there by Othniel, going for the pin, and he will get it. The Disciples get the sweep in the tag matches. A big win by the Paladins. Both halves of the Disciples have won the Tornado tags. Big wins for them. And now for the first of our headline matches here. This will be for the men's bag of holding briefcase. We have Jarduk Munka. We have Doxel Rusevin. We have Morduk. You can boo now, Wandering Silence. We have Callius Lucidus. We have Rulem. We have Rufus Combs. And we have Miney out of the Kobolds. One of these wrestlers will come out of this match with the bag of holding briefcase in their hands. There it is. I was waiting for you, Wandering Silence, for you to boo Morduk there. Whoever wins this match, they will have the bag of holding. They can cash that in anytime, anywhere, anyhow, including the match later on tonight. Cash in that briefcase, get a title shot, so you can get that championship belt, that Master of Melee championship belt around your waist. That is how Novar Xanatrone won the belt that he currently holds. Can history repeat itself here tonight? Let's head back to the Sportatorium and find out. And coming out first is Callius Lucidus.
To win this match, the winner is the superstar who climbs up the ladder and retrieves the briefcase with the contract inside of it to be cashed in over the next year, anytime, any place. Making his way to the ring from out of this world, weighing in at 215 pounds, Speedy Luke Sinister.
All right, Callius Lucidus from the sci-fi realm of RPG gaming, from the Delta Quadrant, accidentally crashed here on this planet and is waiting for someone to rescue because our technology isn't adequate for him. He's our first combatant here in the bag of holding. You see it hanging above the ring right now.
And from out of this world, weighing in at 270 pounds,
Rule M, our repentant supervillain out of the superhero realm. Discovered when he came to our world, he thought he had teamed up with superheroes, but in fact, they were villains instead. And now he's paying his fines and debt to society here in Grappler's Keep. He looking forward to a chance. Last year he cashed in the Hunter's Mark only to lose his championship shot. Now he has a chance to earn another one. All right, get the booze going, Wandering Silence. It is our super smart superhero who has saved the world more times than it knows, according to him. Here to show that brains can always defeat brawn. And he's been very successful at it. He won the Coronation Day tournament last year, became the Baron of the Keep. Now he seeks something more. He seeks that bag of holding hanging above the ring. This will be a little bit more difficult than the coronation match, as he's got 7 others that he's got to get past and climb the ladder on. Basking in the glory from the crowd. And looks like he is set and ready to go. Let's see who comes out next. That would be our Marshal.
And from Albuquerque, New Mexico, weighing in at 228 pounds, Marshal
Rufus Combs, our Marshal out of the Weird Wild West. Last week, or a couple of weeks ago, cashed in the Hunter's Mark for a championship match against Novar Xanatrone, only to lose. Now we'll seek to try to get that championship belt by getting that bag of holding hanging above the ring. Determined enough to do it. Let's see if he can. No nonsense and ready to go. See who's next.
You don't want none.
It is Doxel Rusevin.
from Avalon, weighing in at 236 pounds,
Doxel Rusevin, our Tiefling Blood Hunter, seeking to rid the keep of all evil. Nothing he would like more than to get that bag of holding to 1, earn his own shot at the championship title, and 2, maybe also protect his stablemate Novar Xanatrone as part of Team Chemo. Ready to go. Hey, Milo the Furry Fox, doing very well tonight. Welcome in. You're here for our first premium live wrestling event of the season. This is the bag of holding, or this is the men's bag of holding match coming up right now. 8 competitors trying to earn a title shot anytime, anywhere they want. As Doxel looks like he's set and ready to go. All right. Next is
the Alliance from Avalon, weighing in at
Benvarde de Mustaine.
232 pounds, Ben the Dragon.
He is our Dragonborn, Red Dragonborn, Paladin of Bahamut, Warlock of Tiamat, our original Master of Melee champion would like to have a shot to earn that belt back around his waist. And the bag of holding is one way to do it. Teammate with Doxel Rusabin, they used to be tag team partners in the team known as Dead Red. Also a member of the faction Team Chemo, along with our current Master Melee champion, Novar Xanatrone.
Representing the Triangle.
And now,
From the city of Atlantis, weighing in at 228 pounds, General Shark.
alright, it is Jarduk Munka from the sci-fi realm. Exiled from Neptune, where he ruled with an iron fin, now seeks new lands to conquer, and is starting here in Grappler's Keep. Leader of the faction known as the Triangle, along with Lore O'Dowda and Curtis the Pistol Powell, who you'll both see later on tonight. Held the Master Melee Championship only to lose it when Novar Xanatrone cashed in the bag of holding last year. So let's see if he can make nothing he would like better than to turn the tables on Novar. My favorite wrestling gimmicks of all time? Oh. Always liked the Baron. Baron von Raschke was always fun. I'm kind of old school with some of those. So that one, on the heel side of things, the Blackjacks were always good, especially Blackjack Lanza. I'm an old AWA guy going way back. So the Crusher, the Bruiser, were all good ones. And our final competitor out of the Kobolds, it is Miney.
And representing the Brood from Avalon, weighing in at 150 pounds, Minor E.
All right, Miney making his way down. His stablemates, Eenie and Meanie, lost the tag team championships earlier tonight. Nothing he would like to do more to impress their manager Mo than to get the bag of holding and maybe get the Master Melee Championship in their hands. Yeah, those are sometimes they can go really, really good, Milo, and sometimes they can go really, really bad. Example, the Repo Man, Dewey Yankum, the dentist. IRS, Erwin Shyster, the tax guy, was a good one. All right, and they are already started here, everyone. Bodies are flying all over the place. Everybody's out of the ring already. As they're battling, Miney already has a ladder and is throwing it in as everyone's going at each other. He may be trying to steal one here quick. He's already got the ladder up, but here comes Rulem. Going after him, catches him. That sneaky kobold kicks Rulem away. Now Morduk is here. He climbs down knowing he's not going to be able to do anything. Ladder gets knocked down, and Miney gets the pull down on Rulem. Morduk has him now, hard whip into the corner. Now he goes after Rulem. Big series of kicks. Springboard shot went after Morduk. Looked like he missed. Ben's getting another ladder in as he rolls in. As Miney goes after Jarduk. Ben kicks and misses. Now gets hit by Callius Lucidus. Ben rolls back out. Callius goes after Morduk, throws him out. The Kobold throws Jarduk out, goes after him. Rulem's in the ring by himself. And Callius has the chair, hits Ben, but now Morduk gets in from behind. Someone got a table out. Jardik uses on Doxel, now uses it on all three of them out there, but Rulem is up on the ladder. Ben pulls him down. Now Rufus comes in. We have those three inside the ring. Now Doxel comes in as well. The ladder comes down. Doxel all over Rufus. Rufus kicks out. Jardik throws the table in, I guess just for good measure. Marduk has the chair. Gets Callius and the Cobalt. Throws it at Ben. And now we just have three in the ring. Doxel, Jardik, and Rulem is still there. Doxel thrown out, but not quite. Jardik throws the table around. Now looks like he's chasing after Doxel. Rulem in the ring by himself. Cobalt goes after Jardik. Marduk just flies by. Chop blocked by Rufus onto Jardik. Meanwhile, Rulem sets up the ladder. He's climbing up. Ripcord knee by Ben. And now Rufus comes in, sees what's going on, and pushes the ladder out from underneath of Rulem. Rufus walks his way around, picks up the table for whatever reason, gets blindsided by Ben. Callius is now all over Ben, as is Rufus, and a double Russian leg sweep onto Ben. Now Rulem's up, throws Rufus out of the ring. Callius tries to throw the chair, but Rulem blocks it. Nice springboard moonsault there, but Ben gets him from behind. Now Rufus is in there. He's got the table again. Doxel's in, Meanie's in. Doxel drop kicks Meanie from behind. Rulem and Rufus measuring each other out while Doxel and Meanie get thrown in the way and get caught into it. Meanie slammed through the table. He'll roll out and rest. Rulem's got the ladder again, puts it up in the corner instead. Yeah, a lot of the territories would rip off each other all the time. Just look at Asia in WCW to counter China, for example. Meanwhile, Ben, uppercut from behind on Rulem. Doxel tries to grab a ladder. Ben goes after him, has him set up. Nope. Neckbreaker throws him down, ends up hitting the ladder. Just Ben and Doxel in the ring right now. They know each other well. Has him up. Jardik hits a go to sleep on Callius. Now comes into the ring. No one else there. He's going to pick up the ladder. Throw it out. Marduk has a ladder as he's watching Callius and Meanie. Jardik's climbing the ladder now. Everyone sees, and they're coming in, but everyone's interrupting each other along the way. No one is going after Jardik to stop him. Got two hands on it. No one is paying attention to Jardik. He's got the case. And now, Jardik Munka is the holder of the bag of holding.
Here is your winner in Master Money in the Bank, General
So, Jardik Munka has the bag of holding. And he used it to avenge Novar Xanatrone and get it back. Will he cash it in later on tonight? It could happen. I don't know. We will find out. But now it's time for a women's singles match here. As Jayla Fast Shadow out of the fantasy realm, our gnome druid, is going up against one of the members of Fatal Attraction, Annabelle Dukes. When Annabelle Duke was told that she was going to be slotted to go up against Jayla Fast Shadow, she literally said, "Yeah, over my dead body," and the commissioner said, "Yes, great, okay, it's going to be a casket match. Be careful what you say around commissioners. Stranger things have been known to happen." So the way this works, that's not pin, but not submission. There's a casket outside the ring. You have to get them in there and close the casket door in order to win. So let us head into the match. Head back to the Sportatorium in Dallas. and get ready for this match to begin.
Making her way to the ring, representing Fatal Influence from the East Side, Duke.
All right, Annabelle Duke's making her way down, one of the three ladies that make up the faction known as Fatal Attraction. The toughest person on the east side. She runs the speakeasy known as the Fresh Fantasy. She is from the Noir realm. Yeah, there have been several southern / redneck or hillbilly oriented ones as well. Probably the most famous one is going to be Hillbilly Jim in the WWE. Haystacks Calhoun if you want to go back far enough. All right. And here is Jayla Fast Shadow. She is our gnome druid. Solemn and devout to the land. Just do not make her mad or insult the natural world around her. Making her way down into the ring. This will be an interesting challenge. Not your ability to pin or cause a submission. You literally just have to get the person in the box.
The following contest is a casket match. There are no pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent inside of the casket. After closing the casket lid shut, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin!
All right, here we go. Yeah, then you could also say the Moondogs, Moondog Spot, Moondog Rex, and whatever the third Moondog is would be falling in that category as well. And Jayla goes right after Annabelle Dukes. Two big kicks, one to the back of the head, grabs the leg, big stomp right to the hamstring, pulls it up, elbow drop right to the knee and just starts punching on it. She wants to take the legs away so she can't crawl out. Flips her over, changes her mind, and another kick right to the back of the hamstring, flips her over, big stomp on the ankle, definitely targeting that left leg for whatever reason. She's already opening up the casket. Annabelle barely getting to her feet, forearm to the back, another forearm shot. Goes all the way across town and drop kick to the back. Now has that foot right on the throat there. Trying to cut off the airflow on Annabelle. Pulls her up to her feet. Leads her to the rope. Annabelle elbows her way free. Pulls her up and whips Jayla into the casket. And now tries to close it. Nope, Jayla's holding her arms up, holding it up. She forces it out, knocking Annabelle off her feet. Jayla getting her wits about her, now goes back after Annabelle, whip into the ropes. Nice back body drop. Working her way around her. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of them. All the territories back in the day would do all sorts of things based on regional. South, Eastern, Cowboy, you name it. So, all right, back as we go. Annabelle thrown over the top rope into the casket. Jayla trying to pull the door shut, but Annabelle's right back up. Trying to force it down. I wouldn't necessarily consider the Midnight Express a bunch of redneck tag team by any stretch of the imagination, though. All right, flips her, has her outside the ring, flips her over, and again, targeting the back of the leg. Pulls her up. Double hook from behind. Hits her with a gory bomb. Flips it over. She calls it the blight. Throws the casket open. She's not throwing her in yet. She wants to go for the sledgehammer and misses. Now nails her right in the gut with the sledgehammer. Another shot. Another. Jayla making Annabelle pay for those comments about over my dead body. Quite literally might be at this point. Throws her all the way down. Waits for her to get to her feet. Big goes for a kick. Annabelle blocks it. Elbows the knee. And now a big series of chops. Pulls her in for a lariat. Big stomp to the face. Another stomp there. Now Annabelle gets a second wind. Big kick there. Going up. Top rope. See what she's got planned here. There's the leap and the full body press down. Goes for a body splash, but misses. Nobody home. Both slow to get to their feet. Jayla up there. Has her up on the shoulder. She's going to go for another blight, it looks like here. Trying to make her submit, though that won't do much for her here. Now back to the toy box. She's got the baseball bat. Nails her once. Again. Third time, not get knocked out. And a Thez press by Annabelle Dukes, and now she's going ground and pound. Waits for her to get up to her feet. Does a head knocker there, right between the legs. Leaping body splash. Yeah, Milo, I've been following since AWA back in the early 70s, so I know a lot of them as well. Throws her in. Annabelle pulls Jayla up to her feet. Scoops her up. And just tosses her over the rope, lands on the ring apron, and now the kick into the casket. Reaches over, pulls the lid down, but Jayla's back up onto her feet. Pushing and pushing and pushing. Almost has it down. Jayla fighting to get out. That's got to be one of the scariest ones of all time, especially with that roof falling off being so unplanned. Jayla shuts the casket down for now. Goes after Annabelle, but has her, locks her up, pulls her up, and power bombs her right onto the outside of the ring. Throws her down the ways. Pulls her up to her feet. And a double axe handle from the top. This will be a little bit obscure, but one of my favorite matches all time was the title match between the Midnight Rockers when they were in the AWA up against Bad Company. Bad Company winning. It was the match that was their last match in AWA before the Midnight Rockers went to WWE, and as they say, the rest is history. Very good match. As the battle continues outside, and now Annabelle goes for the toy box, goes for the chair, gets one hit in. Another one. And another one. Blocks it this time, knocks the chair out of her hands. Jayla goes right after her. Throws her right into the ring post. I think that drew blood. And now ground and pound on that hardwood floor. Pulls her up to her feet. And now let's see where she leads her. Throws her back inside the ring. Throws a taunt to the crowd as she waits for her to get up. Leaps over. Leaping drop kick over the top rope. Almost a springboard move there. Has her by the back of the neck. Taking her the long walk across the ring. Whipped into the rope. Swinging. Kick too soon, but you still got her wrapped up. Going for a big suplex. No. Hits a go to sleep. And now Puts her there on the ropes. Big kick to the legs. Throws her up and over the top rope into the casket. Taking her time to close the lid. Now she goes for it. But now Annabelle's back up. Trying to force it down. The struggle to close. Annabelle looks like she's winning and does. Yeah, those kind of matches, Milo, I don't care for, simply because one thing, it was just it was a movie promotion rather than a real rivalry match kind of thing. And those kind of things I don't get into. But it was a good one, though. As the battle continues up the ramp. And now, heel hook locked in on Jayla by Annabelle. Twisting that ankle. Now releasing. Leap body splash. There on the outside of the ring there on the entrance ramp. Throws the door open again. And Annabelle's going to the toy box one more time. Has another chair. Jayla's ready for. Clobbers her with a clothesline. Pulls her up. Throws her hard into the casket. Leaps and rolls over it. Annabelle opens it back up again. And now they meet. And it's a Luthez press. Goes right to the ground and pound as Annabelle. I think she drew blood on that one. Pulls her up to her feet. Just tries to throw her back. Oh, big slap across the face as she tries to throw her in. Jayla elbows her way free. Leaping body splash again by Annabelle Dukes, catching Jayla by surprise, pulls her up to her feet. Has her by the back of the head, throws her into the ring. Big stomp to the back. Stomp to the ankle. Pulls her up to her feet. And hits the last word. That big right hand. Whips her up and over into the casket. This could be it, everyone. Tries to pull the door down. Jayla struggling and does not get it up. The casket is closed, and Annabelle Dukes was right. She did not do it over her dead body. Instead, the victory goes to Annabelle Dukes. Big victory for her there. And for Fatal Attraction. Sits on top of the casket and is your winner. Good one there. And now, let's go to, this is the women's bag of holding. We saw the men earlier. Jardik Munka did it there. For the women, we have the top 8 ranked singles wrestlers on the women's side of Grappler's Keep. They are Niall Caillo, Goldie Boone, Warble, Lorana, Feline Locke, Kimono, Belle Star, and Desiree Bouveau. Who will climb the ladder first and be able to get that bag of holding briefcase and earn that title shot? Let's find out now. While I get some diet water.
The following contest is an 8-woman ladder match. Making her way to the ring from Avalon, Lori Anna.
This is Lorana R. Fawn, master of the Seder School of Martial Arts. She was the former holder of the Women's Hunter's Mark. Lost it last week to Picken Sarlano. Will not be able to cash that in to get a title shot, but if she can win this match, climb the ladder, get the briefcase, she can have a title match anytime, anywhere she wants. Favorite era, I've got to go old school. with the AWA back in the late 60s, early 70s, into the early 80s. I didn't grow up a WWE fan. I use the game because it's the only way for me to be able to do this. Although it is a good show, they put on some good stuff. Coming out next, it is Feline Locke.
From Russia, Frost the Queen.
Out of the superhero realm of RPGs, this is Feline Locke. She is the queen of the Frost realm. They say the only place not cold on her is her heart. Making her way to the ring, she won the Baroness of the Keep in the Coronation Day tournament last year. Now hopes to make herself a name by getting a title belt around her waist. So, she is set and ready to go. Let's see who comes in next. Hey, Milo, thank you for the follow. Venom Wolf 96, thank you very much for the follow. I did not see a message come through on that. Sorry I did not acknowledge you earlier, but thank you for the follow. Here is Warble, our Kenku Rogue, former Lady of Valor champion until she lost the belt to Desiree last year. Held on to the belt for a good period of time until she lost the belt to Desiree Bouveau, who held on to it just long enough to lose it to our current champion, Cheryl Aranoma, who you will see defending the belt later on. All right, coming out next.
And from Neo, Osaka, Green Hero.
It is Komona. She is the green member of the superhero group known as the Lightning League. Here to defend the world and the ring from all threats. Has made quite a name for herself here. That'll probably happen sometime in the future, Wandering Silence. Favorite faction for me would be, well, you can't argue with the Four Horsemen just because of their notoriety and long term, but probably the favorite one for me of all time would probably be the Heenan family back in the AWA with Bobby Heenan and Nick Bockwinkel and Ray the Crippler Stevens and some of the other wrestlers that he had under his belt there. As Komona gets herself ready to go here. A couple of times with the Hunter's Mark, never was able to cash it in, but would love to get an opportunity to get that bag of holding and earn a title shot. Yeah, Goldie versus Warble, that would be a good one. Yeah, Mystery Darkness, that was a pretty well run for a while, for the time that they had it. All right, let's see who's coming up next. It is Wandering Silence's favorite.
Representing the good guys from Carson City, Nevada, Gould.
It's Goldie Boone, our original Lady of Valor Women's Champion. Wandering Silence is her manager. He's not here on this because we can't have managers in on these special events like that. So how did Wandering Silence become a manager? Well, I'll tell you. Hello, Prax. Agorth Espafori, another one of our managers here. You become a manager by subscribing to the channel. If you are a Tier 1 subscriber, you can be a manager for singles wrestler, as Wandering Silence is for Goldie Boone, or you can manage a tag team, as Praxagorth Espaforia does with the barbarians. If you're tier 2, you can be a manager and set up your own faction of up to 5 wrestlers, male and female. If you go all the way up to tier 3, you can be a wrestler in Grappler's Keep. And Wandering Silence is the manager for Goldie Boone. But right now it's one of Goldie's biggest rivals, also out of the Weird Wild West, the desperado known as Belle Sanders, former Lady of Valor champion. She defeated Goldie Boone to take the belt from her, just like she helped destroy the Boone Ranch before her group and the posse got caught in a time loop vortex, bringing them here to our world instead of the Weird Wild West. Always a threat in matches like this. She's got the experience, and she's always hungry enough to try to get just one more belt, one more championship. And if you become a manager, we make a character for you to represent you how you want to be RPG wise. And coming out next,
From out of this world, Neil
it is Neil Caillo out of the sci-fi realm. She is from Ganymede, one of the moons of Jupiter. She doesn't have eyes. She does not need sight to know what's going on around her. She uses psionics to detect everyone around her. It has served her well here within the keep. She has quite a fan base. She's attributed a good fan base here over the years. Has herself ready to go, it looks like. Nothing she would like more than to get that briefcase, that bag of holding in her hands. All right. Short time holder of the Lady of Valor Championship, it is Desiree Bouveau. The belle of every ball, singer, dancer, performer of stage and ring. Defeated Warble to get the women's championship, only to lose it 6 weeks later at Dice Mania to end the season to Cheryl Aronoma. Would love another chance to get that belt back around her waist. She's would love to get that belt back around her waist again. She says that's the ultimate bling. And she's all about the bling. Yeah, she does. And here we go. They're going right at it. Goldie going after Lorana. Kimona and Neil. Now Goldie goes after Kimona. Feline already has a ladder, as does Belle. Neither one wasting any time. Desiree has a chair and doesn't get to use it on Neil. Ladder is up, and Belle Sanders is in the ring all by herself. Here comes Goldie. She's not going to let that happen. As the belling goes on outside, Goldie pushes the ladder out, and Belle is down. Kimona behind her. She goes after her as well. Desiree Lorana outside the ring. Feline and Warble outside the ring. Oh, there's Neil. Didn't see her earlier. Goldie's the only one standing in the ring. Goes after Kimona. Nasty double axe handle there. Surprised she's not going after the ladder, but she may figure it's too early. She goes out as well. Someone has a table out. Warble's in. Desiree's climbing the rope. Feline's coming in. Feline goes after Desiree. And now goes after Kimona. Desiree misses with her shot. Feline all after her. Warble has a chair, but Neol is the chair killer. Knocks another chair out. Goes after Belle. Goldie knocks the chair out of Lorana's hands. Kimona, Desiree, and Feline have the ring right now. Kimona's gone outside. Just Desiree and Feline locked right now. Kimona's gone to the toy box. Lorana thrown in the ring. Goldie's inside. Kimona has the kendo stick and goes after Kimona. Lorana being attacked by Feline. Now we have 6 in the ring as Neol and Desiree. Well, Desiree is right back out of the ring again. Yeah, there's some of the editing here with the truck. We need to get these interns better trained. As it's Feline going after Kimona. Goldie catching her breath. And, oh! Double skull crack by Kimona onto Goldie and Feline. Feline up on the ropes. Goldie goes after a ladder. Kimona knocks it away. Here comes Lorana after Feline. Has her down. Goldie trapped in the corner by Kimona, who's got the ladder. Goldie comes after her. Bulldogs her straight down. And now she's going up top. Calls her shot and hits the elbow on Kimona. We got 2 ladders, a table, and a kendo stick. 3 ladders. 3 ladders, do I hear 4? 3 ladders, do I hear 4? One is up, Belle's climbing as Lorana watches. After she slide tackles Goldie. Goldie goes after Lorana, not paying attention to Belle. There, Lorana goes after Belle. Belle kicks her off. Goldie more focused on Lorana right now. Sets up a table. Now she sees Belle. Pushes the ladder out from underneath her. Lorana and Kimona in the ring. Neol's in as well, as is Warble. We got bodies all over the place, and it's like a hardware store. We got stuff all over the place. One of the ladders falls out. So now we're down to 2 ladders, a kendo stick, and a table. No Belle out. Lorana comes back in. Goldie thrown out. Kimona goes after Warble. Lorana sets up a ladder in the corner, maybe saving it for later. Kimona flatlines Lorana. We got Goldie back in the ring. We got Neol and Warble back in. So is Desiree. Desiree nails Neol with the chair. Misses on Goldie. Gives up on it. Goes after Goldie. Kimona thrown out. Lorana chases after Feline. Nice little suplex there. Lorana had a table. Looks like she nailed Warble, but now Feline and Desiree going at it. Warble comes after Lorana, throws her out. Desiree going after Warble. No love lost between these two. As everyone, and Goldie's just swinging that kendo stick left and right, and now gets thrown into the ring post by Belle. As Feline and Desiree duke it out, and now Lorana's into the ring, goes after Desiree. Feline runs into them both. We got havoc going on by the announcer's table. Desiree has the kendo stick for temporary. Lorana's out of the ring. Warble going after Lorana. We just have 2 in the ring. Yeah, this is madness right now. Goldie going after Belle. Only get her bell rung by a kick there. Warble wraps her up. Nails the DDT there. Both Warble and Desiree going after ladders. Desiree sees what's going on. Clotheslines Warble. And Desiree is climbing the ladder. There's Lorana going after Warble. Now she sees Desiree, who's got a hold of the case. Lorana just standing there watching. He's got 2 hands on it. Is Lorana just too exhausted to do anything? Here comes Goldie. Lorana going after the wrong one, and Desiree sneaks in. And now Desiree Bouveau has the women's bag of holding. So, champions, keep your eyes out for Jarduk and Desiree. Your titles are now in danger. All right, now we're going to go to a TLC match here. We have Analyth out of Fatal Attraction is going to be going for the Women's Hunter's Mark against our current holder of the belt, Picken Sarlano. For those of you not familiar with the Hunter's Mark belt, this is kind of our equivalent of the old television championships or the internet championships that would happen with the different territories back in the day. Works as simple as this. Once you earn the Hunter's Mark, you have to bear it for the every time as long as you have that belt, every time we have a stream, whether it's a premium live event like this, or if it's one of our regular weekly shows, you must defend the belt. If you successfully defend the belt 4 times in a row successfully, you will be able, the next week, whether it's a premium live event like this, or if it's a regular event like it was a couple of weeks ago for Rufus, you cash that belt in and you get a title shot for either the men's Master Melee belt, or in this case, it would be for the women's Lady of Valor Championship. So the first defense here is going to be a table, ladders, and chairs match. And she'll be doing this up against our Tiefling Analyth, one of the other members of the faction known as Fatal Attraction. Let's head back to the Sportatorium.
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. It is for the Women's Internet Fighting Championship.
Here's Annabelle Dukes. We saw her earlier. And there is Analyth. Dark and dangerous, enticing and scary. She says no one ever forgets her. And there's the leader of the group, Minion Mydalar. You'll see her later. Throws a rose out to some lucky person in the crowd. As they make their way in, it will be Analyth in this match here tonight. The other two will be watching. And Pick and Sarlano's got to hope that they will not interfere somehow. Nothing that Fatal Attraction would like more than to have a belt in their grasp. You might be able to fix that tonight, but Analyth can get a head start here tonight.
Introducing the champion from out of this world, the Women's Internet Fighting Champion, Perkins.
And here's the current holder of the Women's Hunter's Mark. This is Pick and Sarlano, traveler out of Andromeda, out of the sci-fi realm of RPGs. She says Andromeda is the most superior galaxy in the universe, and she is the most superior person and wrestler out of Andromeda. And it's kind of hard to argue that right now because she does hold the Women's Hunter's Mark. Let's see if she can. As I say, it's easier to get the Hunter's Mark than it is to keep it. This is the belt that they're competing for. This is it. So another championship match here. Let's go right back to Alicia at the ringside. Or maybe not. We're going to go right to the match here. Introductions have been done, and Picken wastes no time. A quick spear on Analyth. Nice moonsault from the top rope. This will be like the matches we had for the bag of holding. You have to get the championship belt off the hook hanging up top with the ladder. She's going right to the toy box, goes for a kendo stick. Analyth chases her out. Walking around, and now there's Picken waiting for her. Gets the kick in, knocks the out, but nice elbow there, and another spear. Knocks her down. She chases the other two off, and now comes back inside the ring. Now comes back after Analyth, who's waiting for her. Tries to throw her into the corner ring post, but fails. Now hard into the ring apron. And Analyth is going for a ladder. Picken tries for a slide, but almost would hit the wrong person, but now walks right into a ladder shot by Analyth. This could be an opportunity for her. Moves quickly. Sets the ladder up, but here comes Picken. Analyth ready for her. Throws her hard into the corner. Hits her with a flying shot back first, and now she's going to climb the ring. She's not going to waste any time. She wants that championship belt, but Picken comes right after her. Pulls her down by the boot. Goes right after a big series of kicks there. And now Analyth fights back. Pulls her up. Massive power bomb. And now climbs the ladder once again. Picken just pushes it out from under. Doesn't waste any time. She's going up top. Analyth was right there to catch her. And now gets double axe handle. She turned her back. She thought she'd done enough, but it wasn't even near enough. Not enough shock or awe. And now ground and pound. And now Annabelle Dukes has pulled the turnbuckle off of the top rope in there in the corner. Dangerous if someone runs into that. Big forearm shot to the back. Stomped to the back too by Picken. Leaping body press by Picken. And now she climbs the ladder. Trying to get her belt back. Wants that accessory. She's got one hand on it. Trying to get the second. She does, just in time for Anna to come in and pull her off. Goes for a kick and misses, but hits the face plant straight down. Lets out a war cry, and now a big kick. Tries to climb the ladder while Picken standing there watching her. Picken doesn't waste any time, just pushes the ladder over again. Goes outside. Now she's going up top rope. Big body splash from the top rope. Annabelle Dukes and Mignon Mylar did not like the looks of that for their faction mate. Into the ropes. Leaping body splash again. Deadlift. Holds her up. And a running power slam. Down she goes. Has her up. Looks like she's going for the Andromeda and hits it. Will that be enough to take her out? Sets up the ladder. And the climb begins. Goes after it. Annalith coming to her feet. And pushes the ladder out. All's fair. Waits for her to get to her feet. Wraps her up. Looks like she's going for the chaotic turn and hits it. And now she picks up the ladder. Keeps an eye out, and now she begins the slow climb. Picken slowly getting to her feet, and let the need to move a little bit quicker, because there she is pushing the ladder out again. Annalith gets to her feet. Annabelle Dukes distracting Picken, buying time for her faction mate. Not a smart move on Picken's part here. And now here comes Annalith, ready for her. But Pickin scoops her up, fireman's carry, but elbows her way free. Big forearm shot there. Scoops her up. Slams her right down. And now she goes to the toy box. She's going for a table. This is a table, ladders, and chairs match. Pickin goes for the ladder. Sets it up. Annalith tries to kick. Tries to take hold of the ladder, but gets punched instead. Avoids that that shoulder drop. Exchanging strikes right and left, and now whip up and over the ropes, and down she goes. Pickin not going to go for the ladder. She climbs up. Annalith goes around the other way, avoiding anything Pickin has planned. So Pickin picks up the ladder, puts it down as Annalith comes in and hits her with a sling blade. Grabs a hold of the ladder, puts it in the corner, and whips her into the ropes. Swing and a miss on the kick. Pickin takes advantage, up and over the ropes again. And now Pickin goes for the ladder, sets it up. Annalith is not moving. Climbs up, tries to grab a hold of the belt. Has one hand on it. Trying to get the second hand up there, has it. Can Annalith get there in time? And she does. Knocks her away. Comes up from behind, pulls her down, lands on the table. Big boot shot there. Picks up the table and just drops it on her. Now hooks the leg and a stump puller. Walks outside the ring. The table falls outside the ring. Has the chair. Nails Pickin with it. Again. A third time. Now tosses it, Pickin holding her knee. And now, Annalith trying to add more injury there. Goes for the heel hook. Twisting that leg. Trying to take Pickin out. If you can't use your legs, you can't climb the ladder, but walks right into a big kick by Pickin. She kicks back. Hooks her up. She's going to go for the chaotic turn again and hits it. Nails are pretty solid. Now Annalith climbs the ladder. Trying to get a hand on the belt. Gets one on. Pickin getting to her feet. She gets two hands on it, trying to get it off. Pickin distracted by Mignon Maidalar and doesn't see that Annalith has the belt. And she is the new bearer of the Women's Hunter's Mark.
Here is your winner in the new Women's Internet Fighting.
Having those faction mates at your side pays off. Every belt we've had so far tonight has changed hands. Is this trend going to continue tonight? We shall find out. As now it's time for some men's singles action here, as our heavy metal Goliath Bard, Vin Blastine, will be going up against Lore O'Douta in an ambulance match. Kind of like the casket match, only instead you get thrown in the ambulance. If the opponent gets the door closed, the ambulance drives off, and you are the winner. This will be an interesting matchup here, as our Gentleman Rogue will be going, our self-proclaimed Gentleman Rogue will be going up against our Goliath Bard. Let's see what happens as we return to the Sportatorium. And coming out first, forced into combat once his instruments, his real weapons were taken from him.
From Avalon, weighing in at 365 pounds, the Goliath.
Vin Blastine Making his way down. Did not have a good season last year. Is trying to reverse that with some marginal success so far. He's just not been able to put things together fully. Even his muse aura has left him. So now he's left to find his path on his own. Still a favorite with the crowd. Will he be able to put things together here tonight? Make things happen? We will certainly find out. And here comes his opponent, another member of the Triangle.
From Avalon, weighing in at 228 pounds, Gentleman Lord.
Lord O'Dowd, Gentleman Thief, sneaky just for fun and for profit. He's one of the 3 members of the Triangle, along with Jarduk Munka, who just won the Bag of Holding earlier tonight, and Curtis the Pistol Powell, who will be competing against Novar Xanatron for the men's championship. Now the question is, can the Rogue take out the Goliath tonight? Or what can Vin get started on his winning ways? We will find out here in just a moment.
The following contest is an ambulance match. There are no pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary. After closing both doors, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin!
All right, here we go, everyone. Vin looks pumped up. Lord pretty focused. And here we go. Vin wastes no time, throws him right over the top rope. Big shot there, double axe handle to the back, a big stomp to the leg. And Vin's coming right out roaring, and he's going for the leg. Has the heel hook locked in. Hard to crawl out of the ambulance if you can't walk. Big stomp to that ankle again, targeting that left leg. Pulls him up to his feet. Brings him over. Throws him back in the ring. He knows it's probably a little bit early to go for the ambulance yet. Pulls him up. Whips him over the top rope again. Worked once. Why not work it again? Pulls that leg out and a knee drop right onto the knee. Holds it down, another knee drop. Big stomp to the ankle, goes for legs, but no, gets pushed off by Lore this time. Now Lore grabs the legs, splits it apart. Goes for a stomp right on the solar plexus, walking right over the top. Big kick there. And now he's going to go for a heel hook of his own. Yeah, that's correct, which never a good thing to see an ambulance in the arena, especially in the middle of a match, but that's where how the match is won and lost. Throws the arm down. Been trying to get to his feet. Lore stalking around behind him. Spins him around. Knee lift and then clotheslined him, I think hitting those steel steps on the way down. And now a big knee drop. Lore walking his way all the way around the ring. Don't understand the strategy in this. This only gives Vin time to recover. And Vin is up to his feet. Now he goes to the toy box. Here comes Vin, but gets hit with the big sledgehammer. Another sledgehammer shot. Gets knocked out of him, away from him this time, and now Vin has a hold of Lore. Throws him back in the ring. And here comes Lore before he can get past the ropes with a big clothesline. He walks outside, and he's going to open the ambulance, it looks like. He is, and Vin's there right on him. Throws him part of the way in. Lore back to his feet, gets a strike in, double axe handle to the back. Big stomp. Has him by the legs again, another stomp right on the lower abdomen there. Pulls him to his feet. Big strike there, another one, but it walks right into a hip toss by Vin. Pulls him up to his feet. Scoops him up on his shoulder, and a running power slam onto the wood floor. Pulls him up. Forearm strike there. Big kick by Vin. Pulls him up to his feet. Has him by the head. Big clubbing clothesline again. Pulls him up. Has him by the back of the neck. No. Lore able to elbow free. Basement drop kick. Pulls him up to his feet one more time. Big flurry of blows right into a DDT. Pulls him up to his feet once again. Another strike. And here comes Vin with some chops and kicks of his own. Nails him right in the gut with that big knee. Vin trying to decide what he wants to do. Lore gets to his feet. And a big uppercut by Lore. Wraps him up, and now Vin's got him. Suplex right into the ring apron. Pulls him up to his feet again. Has him up on his shoulder. And snake eyes right onto the ring apron. As they say, the hardest part of the ring. Scoops him up. Suplexes him over his shoulder. And now Vin goes after Lore. Lore gets a hold of him and tries to throw him in, but he was just too big. Lore comes up striking back. Scoops him up. Has him up in a fireman's carry. And F5s him to the hits him with the loot. The slam down brings him to the ambulance, throws him down. Trying to throw him into the ambulance, has him partially up. Lore fighting back to his feet again. Now has Vin. Slams him on the floor, but big elbow by Vin throws Lore down again. Has him sitting on the tailgate. Picks him up and just throws him all the way in. Can he close the doors? He gets one. Pushing. Lore fighting for his life. Is able to push it back open. I think it hit Vin in the face. And now Lore tries to throw Vin in. Wolf cry there. And now he throws Vin into the ambulance. But Vin is right back up. Pushing. Who's going to win the battle of strength? Both pushing on that door. I'm surprised it doesn't bend and break. But Vin pushes it out. Knocks Lore to the floor. Gets some big stomps in. Grabs the leg, and he's going to go for that heel hook again. He releases it. Flips him over. Big stomp right on that same leg again. Pulls him up to his feet. Scoops him up. Over the shoulder throw. Yeah, they have pretty good hinges, it looks like, and pretty strong doors. He has him. Throws him down onto the floor inside the ambulance. Spins him over. Pulls him out. Throws him in again. Can he close the doors? On the ambulance and this match, there's Lore struggling. That injured leg making it harder to push. He sees on his knee rather than standing up. Vin trying to push the door closed, but is not able to. Lore comes after him, shot to the back. Face plants him straight down. Pulls him up. Throws Vin down onto the ambulance floor. Vin sitting on the tailgate. Lore pulls him up. Throws Vin into the ambulance. Grabs the door, but there is the Goliath. pushing out on the door. He gets one door shut. Can he get the other? Vin pushing on the other door as much as he can. Can he push this one open? Lore pushing as hard as he can to try to finish the match off. But no, both doors come open. And Vin comes pouring out, goes right after Lore. And massive suplex. Big stomp to the back of the head. Lets out a war cry. Waits for Lore to get to his feet. Goes for a kick. Lore blocks it. Hits him with a snap DDT. Miscalculation by Vin. Slammed down. Flips him over. Big stomp to the back of the head. Another big stomp. Leaping elbow drop. Now pulls Vin up to his feet. Big strike there. Spins him around. Another head plant straight down. Pulls him up. Big strike, and now Vin comes punching back. Massive uppercut. Lore tries to lift him up for a body slam, is unable to. Lore has him now. Pump handle lift to the shoulder. And hits the last verse. On the floor, picks him up. Has him on his shoulders. Throws him in. Swings one door. Lore back to his feet. One door shut. Can Vin get the other one? Almost there. Lore fighting as much as he can. Vin trying to push it shut. The struggle, and he does! Vin gets both doors shut. And the winner of this ambulance match, our Goliath Heavy Metal Bard, Vin Blasting, celebrates on top of the ambulance. Great match. Could this be the start of the comeback for Vin Blasting? We will soon find out. And now we have some tag team men's action coming up here. The former men's tag team champions, the Brotherhood of Cthulhu, will be going up against the Dwarven Blackstone brothers, the Barbarians, managed by Praxagora Thesmophoria, in an Extreme Rules match, which means exactly what it is. Whatever it takes to win, you can do. There is no DQs, no countouts. You just do it. Use whatever you can get your hands on, literally. So let's head back to the Sportatorium in Dallas. See what happens with these two very powerful and skilled tag teams. With their manager at their side, shoulder, hands on their shoulder. Is she casting a spell? Is she enthralling them? We don't know for sure.
Accompanied by Flores and a combined weight of 516 pounds. Baldwin, Bravo, Stone, and Dalton.
Calling on whatever supernatural power she has. As you see, that's Ballrig in the black hair, Dolgrim in the red hair, taking their knees. Prax standing over them. He's been doing, we've been told that she's been putting them through extensive training, and that's all she will tell us. But in the off season, something must have clicked, because they have been a house of fire all the way through the start of this season. Here come their opponents. This will be I believe this is going to be a tornado tag match as well. As we wait for their opponents, former holders of the Knights of the Realm Tag Team Championships, Lionel Hawk and Zebulon Banks. They are true believers and crusaders for the great old one. Their mission not only be the champions here, but to bring all the grapplers keep into submission and servitude to the great old one. Had a very good and long tag team championship reign. Now they prepare to sanctify the ring in their way. As the lights go down. Making their way into the ring. The one final step doesn't burn, it purifies. And with that ceremony complete, the Brotherhood is ready to go. This will be a tornado tag match. All four will be available in the ring. There's the bell. And here we go. The refs there basically to try to catch a pin or submission. Double suplexes by the Barbarians going right after the Brotherhood. And they are all over it now, already going for a pin. Only a 2 count. That could have been scary for the Brotherhood there. As Ballrig was right over him, showing some athletic ability there with that flip into an elbow. And it's all the Barbarians right now. Prax has got to like what she sees. Dolgrim going to the toy box, has the kendo stick. Big stump pull there by Ballrig, and now literally spears Zebulon, then breaks the stick on Lionel. Ballrig goes for a springboard but misses, but he's still in control on Zebulon. Dahlgrim has Lionel in the corner. And now Ballrig's going up top. Prax likes what she sees here. A stomp and a splash onto Zebulon. Dahlgrim goes upstairs. Big elbow shot to Lionel. Big body splash by the Dwarven Barbarian onto Zebulon. Lionel thrown into the ring. Kicks out at 2, but Zebulon you can see is hurting. The brothers team up on Lionel. They switch on who they're going after. Dahlgrim goes after Zebulon. Double hook suplex by Ballgrim. Dahlgrim all over. Oh, and walks right into a hip toss by Zebulon Banks. Another kendo stick, this time in the hands of Ballrig. As now the Brotherhood's in the ring, rolls away. And a big knee shot by Zebulon. And now the Brotherhood starts to go to work. Table set up by Dahlgrim, who goes after Lionel, who's going after a sledgehammer. They're exchanging blows outside. Snapmare into a drop kick. Zebulon's got the kendo stick, hits Ballrig, spears him with it. Another strike. Lionel setting up in the corner. Zebulon all over Ballrig right now. Dahlgrim trying to get his act together. Leaping splash by Lionel. Neck cracker by Zebulon, who now is going upstairs. Lionel has Dahlgrim occupied, throws him in. Ballrig up to his feet in a shoulder block, and now Prax has got to be concerned. Big kick there, miss, and a Pele kick onto Dahlgrim. Lionel's the only one standing right now. Big stomp now, going right for the shoulder. Dolgrim up to his feet. Big kick there. Zebulon coming up to his feet. Lionel just smashing the stomach at Dolgrim. Balgrim rolls outside. Zebulon's got the kendo stick, and it just bounces off Balrig, does nothing. Big strike there. Springboard, clothesline. Lionel has Dolgrim down, but he kicks out at one. Balrig standing over Zebulon, walks into a small package roll-up, but only a 1 count. Balrig rolls out. Zebulon goes after him. Lionel has a trash can. Does not able to use it, but has Dolgrim wrapped up. Hits a modified pile driver onto Dolgrim, but counts out at 2. Massive neck breaker there by Zebulon on Balrig. Lionel all over Dolgrim. Prax has probably got to wonder what she's got to do to get that team back together. Nasty elbow drop there on Lionel. Hooks the leg again. Balrig cannot get to him. He's occupied by Zebulon, and he just could not get there to help his brother.
Here are your winners.
And the victory goes to the Brotherhood of Cthulhu.
And the chosen one, the Brotherhood.
As they celebrate their victory, purifying the ring one more time. A lot of damage early on by the Barbarians, but they just could not sustain it. And now we go for another title match here. Last week, we had a gauntlet match. 10 wrestlers. And the winner of the gauntlet was the Dungeon Master. He is our new bearer of the Men's Hunter's Mark. He'll be bearing it here for the first time this time around against Killoran Sparkshard. The Dungeon Master is very familiar with the Hunter's Mark. Held it twice last year. Cashed it in twice last year. Won the title with it once. Was not able to get the title the second time. He'll be defending this against Killoran Sparkshard, our high elf fire elemental. Let's head right back to the Sportatorium.
The following contest is a no holds barred match and is for the Men's Internet Fighting Championship.
And here is the challenger. I've been sipping it all the way through, Krellin. I've got some congestion developing all of a sudden tonight. Perfect timing. There he is, Killoran Sparkshard. Only the most glorious wizard of any realm. If you have any doubts about that, just ask him. He says all the pomp and circumstance belongs to him because of his great abilities as a wizard. He did have a brief time with the Hunter's Mark once last season, but he's sneaky enough that you can't count him out for sure. Especially if he hits the fireball DDT. Yeah, I've got a whole thing of diet water right here, Krellin, because I knew it's gonna be a longer stream, so gonna be some wear and tear on the throat. As Killoran gets himself ready. One more celebration before the crowd. And with that, looks like he is ready to go. here's his opponent, the current holder of the Hunter's Mark, ruler of the table, and where all dice are cast. He is the Dungeon Master. Ran through the gauntlet last week to earn the title, won 5 of the 9 matches in order to get this belt. Nothing he would like more than to successfully defend this belt. He knows what it takes to do it. He's done it before. Four times in a row successfully, 2 times last season. The first time he cashed it in, defeated Ben de Mustaine for the championship title. Cashed it in the second time, not able to defeat Novar Xanatron. We'll see how he does with this time of bearing it. Can anyone stop him before he can get there? Try to cash it in. We'll find out. Kelleran thinks he can tonight. See what happens once they get inside the ring. Big key for Dungeon Master is not to get too overconfident. Kelleran can be sneaky good when he wants to be. And there's the belt they're going after. Alicia, take it over there, ringside.
Introducing the challenger from Avalon, weighing in at 228 pounds, Kelvin Sparks Shaw. And his opponent from Main Street, USA, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Men's Internet Fighting Champion, the Terrible Dungeon Master.
There he is, holding that belt up high for all to see. He's been through this many times. Hands the belt over to the ref. Shows it to Kelleran. That's the belt he says he wants to take home. Holds it up for all to see. Kelleran going through his strategy. Dungeon Master staying loose. Here's the bell. Here we go. This is for the title. No holds barred. Picks him up. Goes right for an inverted atomic drop. Swing and a miss. But grabs a hold of him anyway. And a atomic drop the old-fashioned way. Whip into the ropes. Dungeon Master going Radford. Drops down. Pops him up. Flapjacks him. Big stomp on the leg. Grabs the other one. Wrenches it around. And the slam over, stretching that leg out. Dungeon Master going right after Kelleran here now. Twisting the neck. Taking the energy out. Making it harder to breathe. Now slams him back down. And now the ground and pound begins. Kelleran yet to get any offense going. Measures him out. Big knee drop. Rolls outside the ring. And he's going for the toy box right away. He's got a hockey stick. Swing and a miss. Misses again. And a nice springboard enziguri kick from Kelleran. Has him by the arms. Big knee shot right to the chin. Dungeon Master gets right back up. Picked up fireman's carry. Pops him up. Massive roundhouse kick. Gonna take advantage. Go for the pin. Why not? but only a 1 count. Stomp. Goes after the Dungeon Master, gets 3 blatant fists, but this is no holds barred. Kilran pulling himself up to his feet. Big series of punches there. Hard whip into the ropes. Pops him up, another flapjack. Dungeon Master goes up top rope, waiting for Kilran to get to his feet. Measures him out. And missile clothesline from the top rope. Picks up the hockey stick again. Waiting for Kilran to come in. He drops it down. Kilran goes for something of his own. He's got a baseball bat. Dungeon Master knocks it away. Scoops him up onto the shoulder. Body slams him straight down. Now just going for a blatant choke. No holds barred, so he can do it as much as he wants. Throws him back inside the ring. Comes back in after Kilran. Pulls him up and double axe handle right to the back. He's going to go up top rope again. Waiting for him to come up. Is it going to be another missile clothesline? Yes, it is. Maybe that was more of a shoulder block. Couldn't tell. Pulls him up. Into the ropes. Big neck snap forward. Stomp misses. Kilran comes in with a clothesline. Another clothesline. Goes for a kick and misses. Nice reverse right leg sweep. And Kilran's starting to feel it here. Pulls him away from the ropes. Dungeon Master gets to his feet. He goes for a stomp of his own, but gets pulled into a big clothesline, but pops right back up. And a punch right to the face. Another one to the face. Reverse whip by Kilran into the ropes. And you can tell the punches took their effect. He walked right into a skull cracker. Wasn't able to do anything. Another big strike there. And now the Dungeon Master goes up again. This is going to be another missile from the top rope. Goes up. Double axe handle shot. You got to wonder how many more of these blows Kilran can take. There's the kick. He's setting him up for the nat 20. And nails it. Flips him over. This could be it for Kilran Sparkshard. And it is.
Here is your winner,
One time bearing the mark down. 3 to go. A big win for the DM here at the Bag of Holding. Now we'll see if he can keep that going. Now we have our next title defense. That's our first title that has not changed hands. Yeah, he took a lot of shots to the head on that one, Crit Witch. We'll definitely have to send him through the concussion protocol after that. So now that's our first title that was not lost here tonight. So now we go to the defense of the Women's Tag Team Champions. The Queens of the Keep are currently held by Anarchy, the team of Wicked and Spectre. They will be going up against former champions Thrill and Chill out of the Noir realm. Spectre and Wicked out of the Post-Apocalypse as well. And this is going to be a steel cage match, so it's going to be happening inside the cage. Something that actually the champions asked for when they knew who they're going to be going up against here. They want to try to neutralize the tag team abilities of the cousins Charity and Chastity. So we'll see if that works in their favor or not. Coming out first are the challengers, Charity Philpott and Chastity York, out of the Noir and Steampunk realms. They are Thrill and Chill. Charity Philpott, the modern Victorian woman fighting evils within the world.
Tag team steel cage match. And is for the Women's All-Star Tag Team Championship. And the Demon Hunter and the Prodigy, the Thrill Seeker.
And Chastity York is her cousin, can fix or repair anything, even a match. And now coming out are their opponents. They are the current queens of the keep. Arriving in the Rust Bucket, driven by Spectre, savant with all vehicles. And she's here to keep Wicked out of trouble and out of the wastelands. Wicked, the problem with her, when she's not finding trouble, trouble always finds her. Making things challenging for Spectre even more. Wicked likes trouble. Drives the Rust Bucket in, and now Wicked will head to the ring. Instructs Wicked to go ahead and move the Rust Bucket out of the way. This is going to be a interesting match here to see how much, it being a tornado tag match inside the ring, how much of a difference that makes. There's the belts that they are competing for here. Those are the Queens of the Keep women's tag team belts. Take it back down to Alicia at ringside. They hand the belts over. Ref holds them up for all to see. And looks like we are ready to go. There's Thrill and Chill. There you see the cage coming down as we see Anarchy as well, and they are coming right after the Brits. Big, massive attack by Anarchy starting off. Going right after, taking it right to Thrill and Chill. Everything going on there. It's just all Anarchy right now, literally and figuratively. Charity tried to do something, but it got reversed by Spectre. Wicked up on the ropes, waiting for Chastity to get to her feet. Springboard, but caught by Chastity. Body slammed down, and now here comes Spectre. Series of blows, rolls away from those, and just clubs Spectre down. Goes after Wicked. Wicked. Nice little headlock slam there. And now Charity going after Spectre, brings her down, double stomp. And now Wicked goes after Charity. Chastity pulling herself up to her feet. Big clothesline by Wicked. Now goes after Chastity. Hard whip into the ropes. But it goes nowhere. And then Spectre's trying to climb out of the cage. You win by both being out. He comes down to assist. Chastity's all over Wicked, but Charity's still down. Hard into the turnbuckle goes Chastity. Now Wicked's up. Here comes Charity as well. Only for a shoulder drop by Wicked. Nasty series of moves there. And Wicked saying, open the door. You can do it by having the ref open the door and going out that way. Looks like the champions are making quick work. Nope. And here comes Charity up to it. Chastity's up to her feet. Both Thrill and Chill are up. And they are taking it to Anarchy now. Hard whip into the ropes. Nasty shot there by the cousins. And Charity's going to try to climb, as is Chastity. Charity's attacked by Wicked. Comes down. Chastity's still climbing. Wicked gets her as well. And now it's about to be powerbombed. And is. Big boot by Charity. Now goes after Wicked. Pull down slam there. And now she's going to try to make the climb. And here comes Spectre. Now Chastity's there to defend her. Her cousin Wicked getting to her feet. Now Chastity finds herself down 2-1. Nasty backbreaker there. Now everyone's up on their feet once again. Charity finding her way back Spectre only to run into Wicked. Anarchy's had control of most of this match so far and seem to be having it now. Oh, I think she accidentally hit her partner, Anarchy, when she was going after Charity. Chastity taking advantage of the opportunity, going after Wicked. Snake Eyes are there, but here comes Spectre. Big slam there, and now here comes Charity with big series of kicks. Goes up, nasty kick there. Now goes after Wicked. Knocks her down, and now here comes Spectre in defense. And now Spectre up on the shoulders of Charity. Walks right into a big boot. Chastity all over Wicked. Throws her hard into the steel fence. Big clothesline on to Spectre. Wicked, both of them down. Spectre getting to her feet. Charity all over Wicked right now. Locking in the cincher on her. Going for a submission. Spectre hard into the corner. Big series of knee shots there. Double stomp. Page Sherman now. Chastity's going to try to make the climb. He gets a hold. Charity still down there with Wicked and Spectre giving her cousin a chance to get out. Hoping for her to get part of the way there. And then she can get out. Once she's out, looks like the strategy is Chastity's almost out. Big knee drop there. And now here comes Charity climbing. Chastity's already out. But Charity gets attacked by Wicked. There's the risk in the strategy is up. And a massive power bomb. Wicked goes up. Second rope. Double axe handle shot. It's 2-1 inside the ring now. As Chastity watches. Double team action. And now Charity swings but misses. Gets attacked by Spectre from behind, and now Wicked's in front of her. Hard whip into the ropes. And a big boot. And now Spectre's going to make the climb. Leaving just Charity and Wicked in there, it looks like. He's making the climb up. Wicked's got Charity under control, but walks right into a bulldog. Spectre trying to get over the hump. Charity's locking in the cincher, trying to slow Wicked down. Spectre is almost out to the floor. And will be. So now it's just Charity and Wicked inside. Charity not making a move for the steel yet. Now Wicked getting to her feet. Maybe she's just waiting for her to take care. But now Wicked's got control. Whip into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. Both of them tired. Nasty kick there. Has her down. And now some ground and pound from Wicked. And now looks like Wicked's going to try to make the climb. Nope. Goes up top. Nasty swanton. Looks like a swanton bomb or a senton there. Now some more ground and pound. Big stomp there. Charity rolls to the corner, and now Wicked is going to try to make the climb. Charity not moving much, trying to catch her breath back. Wicked up on the top, now getting over. It looks like the champions will maintain unless Charity can make something happen here. She's climbing up after Wicked, going after her. It's not able to. Looks like she's given up. And Anarchy remains your women's Tag Team Champions. Impressive win here for Anarchy. They retain the belts once again. They seem to be a newly unstoppable force within Grappler's Keep. All right, we're getting near the end. Cheryl Aronoma is our current Lady of Valor Women's Champion. She won the belt at Dice Mania, our season-ending event. She has her next defense of the title. This time it will be up against Minyun Mydalar, the leader of the faction we've seen multiple times already today, Fatal Attraction. They already have a big victory tonight. Can they get another? Can Cheryl hold out? Let's go on to this match. Back to the Sportatorium and see what happens. This is an underground match, everyone. Cheryl asked for this.
It is for the WCCW All-Star Tag Team Championship.
As you can see, some fans have paid special for the tickets to be there literally at ringside. And here is Minyun Mydalar, our Drow Sorceress, Master of the Dark Arts. Would love nothing more than to have that championship belt around her waist. Underground match. This is something new this year. And we will see the rules here in just a little bit. And now she's ready, and here comes the champion. She's here to have fun and kick butt, preferably at the same time. It is your women's champion, Cheryl Aronoma. Hear her way down. Underground match. This is our first underground match in Grappler's Keep, and this definitely suits Cheryl's style. You thought in case the rest of Fatal Attraction would be around, they wanted to make sure it'd be very difficult for them to interfere with other people around the ring. Strategic move on her part. We'll see if it pays off or if it blows up in her face. This is the belt that they are going for. This is the Lady of Valor Women's Championship. Alicia, back to you ringside.
Introducing the challenger from the other side of darkness, Mistress Sorceress. And her opponent from Avalon, the WCCW
What?
All-Star Tag Team
Where'd that come from?
Champion, Cheryl.
All right, I gotta fix that. This is not WCCW. It doesn't exist anymore. All right, Cheryl hands the belt over one more time to the ref. Shows it to Minyun. Now Alicia will explain the rules for an underground match. Very straightforward. No countouts. No pinfalls. The only way you win is by submission or knockout. And here we go. And Minyun goes right after Cheryl. Wheelbarrow into an arm throw. Grabs the leg, and she's going to go right for the heel hook. Try to take the foundation away from Cheryl. As you see, there are no ropes. You don't have those to lean on. Has the leg, and going for the single leg Boston Crab. Trying to make Cheryl tap out early. Not easily reversed there by Cheryl. Goes in with a kick. Gets punched down. Inyun was ready for her. Grabs her by the leg, but nice enziguri to reverse it for Cheryl. Big stomp to the back. Slams the arm down. Big stomp there. Wraps the leg around, arm around, and now going for a submission move of her own. Has a crossface linked in, but nice snap mirror to get out by Mignon, but walks right into a quick kick. Cheryl wraps her up, pulls her up. Big spine buster. Waits for Mignon to get to her feet. Big strike there. Big kick there. Big clubbing forearm shot. And now throws her and then kicks her the rest of the way off. Things can happen. It can happen outside the ring and inside the ring, but Cheryl walks right into it. Hurricane Rana gets back up to her feet. Cheryl hammerlocks the arm, has her set. Into a fisherman's DDT, it looks like now. Ground and pound on the wood floor. You can get a knockout or submission outside the ring as well. Everything's fair game. As Cheryl up, throws her back into the ring. Ref follows, grabs the leg, kick right to the back of the hamstring. Flips her over. Changes her mind, and now reverse leg drop right on that leg again. Taking that vertical foundation away from Cheryl, at least trying to. Pulls her up, slams her right back down. Pulls her up, drop kick right between the shoulders. Right now it's all Mignon, but now Cheryl. Arm drag reversal. Grabs the leg, kick right to the back of the hamstring. Waits for her to get to her feet. Tries for a move. Mignon gets out of the way. Kicks to the back of the leg. Throws her up and over. No ropes there. Right to the floor. Pulls her up. Big kick there. Canadian Destroyer. And now, heel hook once again. Cranking on that leg, trying to take that base down, now stomping on the other one. Misses on that stomp, and a rolling kick by Cheryl. Back up to her feet. Scoops her up. And she hits the bigger, badder butter knife on the wood floor. Flips her over. Elbow drop right to the leg. A stomp to the ankle. Pulls her up. Hits her with a lariat. Still has a hold of the arm. Another lariat shot. Has her again, and another. The Funk Brothers would be proud on that one. Has her up, pulls her up. And hits the Minos. Waits for her to get up. Wraps her up. I think she's going for the butter knife again. Nope. Just a big slam. Mignon is out, knocked out. And Cheryl successfully defends the belt. You can see that took a lot out of her. But that brute strength was all it took. The butter knife, the Minos, and then just a pick up and slam right onto the wood floor. And Cheryl retains and is still your Lady of Valor Women's Champion. All right, big title defense there for Cheryl, who has really come of her own since that gauntlet match where she almost ran the entire gauntlet. Since then, she has been a house of fire. And now we come to our main event here, everyone. This is going to be a falls count anywhere match, so you can get the pin or submission inside the ring or out. Curtis the Pistol Powell, another member of the Triangle, will be going up against our men's champion, our master of melee, Novar Xanatrone. All the friends of Team Chemo and the rest of the Triangle will be there. The fact that Jarduk Munka is there and he has the bag of holding, will he cash it in anytime during or after this match tonight? We shall have to wait and see. Let's return to the Sportatorium in Dallas for our main event tonight here on the bag of holding for the men's championship.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the men's undisputed Universal Championship.
All right, coming up first, it is the Triangle, led by Jarduk Munka. You saw Lore earlier losing the ambulance match to Vin Blastem, and on the right, as we're looking at him now, is the challenger, Curtis the Pistol Powell, leader of the band of desperados that destroyed the Boone family ranch, and all of the fracas that brought him, Belle Starr, Goldie Boone, and Rufus Combs out of the Weird Wild West. Jarduk put his team together last year. And now, through Curtis, they hope to bring the championship back to the Triangle. Jarduk looks right. He's not carrying the bag, doesn't have the bag of holding on him. Maybe he's showing confidence in Curtis. We'll see. Novar wanted this falls count anywhere because he knew that Jarduk and Lore would be there and did not want to risk interference. So he's now has his two buddies with him as well. They are Team Chemo. Novar Xanatrone, Doxel Rusabin, Ben Varde, Dave Mustaine. Why the strange name for a faction? Easy. All three of them are D&D characters that I played, and they're all three named after chemotherapy drugs. Novar is our Earth Genasi, cleric of the Forge. Expelled from his temple because he refused to use what he thought was inferior materials on his forge, and now carries a chip on his shoulder as the size of a warhammer, like the one he has tattooed on his arm. With Ben and Doxel at his side, he will be defending the Master of Melee Championship. This will be falls count anywhere, so submissions can count anywhere, falls can count anywhere. He has his team at his side to help defend against whatever Jarduk and Lore might try to do. It's the Master of Melee Championship match. There's the belt they're competing for. Let's take it to Alicia one last time.
Introducing the challenger from Laredo, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Curtis Powell.
The pistol ready to go.
And his opponent from Avalon, weighing in at 265 pounds, the men's undisputed Universal Champion, the unrelenting Blacksmith.
Holds the belt up high. He's held this belt for a pretty good period. Is longer than anyone else so far. Will his reign continue? Or will he fall to the triangle tonight in the form of Curtis the Pistol Powell? Ref holds the belt high for all to see. Here we go. Curtis is set. Novar looks relaxed, ready to go. There's the bell, and here we go. Curtis runs right in with a quick knee shot. Springboard moonsault. Curtis going right after it. Big kick there. Another big stomp. Big kick on the shoulder. Not a good start for Novar. Curtis going hot and heavy at the beginning. Big stomps to the back. Another one to the chest. Throws him down. Hammerlocks the arm over. And now he's going to pull the other arm all the way back, stretching out every single bone and muscle. And a double knees to the back just for an exclamation point. Has him by the arm, and big Sears there. Stomps, follow with a forearm. Grabs the leg, kick to the back of the hamstring. Goes up, second rope. Double axe handle shot. It's been all Curtis so far. He hooks the leg, goes for the pin as Jarduk watches on, but only a 1 count. Curtis looks to the crowd and now goes for a shot. Nope. Page turn reversal. Looks like Ben's taking a turnbuckle off. Not sure what's going on there. Step over toe hold by Novar, and now an elbow drop on the leg. Novar may have just been feeling Curtis out, and now the offense comes. His own ground and pound. Big stomp. Measures him over, and a big stomp to the face. Has him by the arm. Holds it down, stomps on the hand. A second time, a third time, why not? Another big stomp. Goes for the shoulder there. Goes outside the ring, and he's going right to the toy box. Not taking any chances, he's got the chair. Nails him with it once. Gets him again. A third time. Now puts it down, another stomp. Curtis gets back up to his feet, and a Luthez press. And it's more ground and pound by Novar. Pulls Curtis up to his feet. Has him by the back of the head, puts him up on the ropes. Swings him around. Looks like he's going to go for... Nails the anvil. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. And it is over. The anvil takes him out. And Novar quickly retains the Master of Melee Championship. Impressive. Speedy win here in our main event for Novar. Showing that he truly is within the world of Grappler's Keep. He is the Master of Melee. Big win as Jarduk watches on. He's not gonna, wouldn't want to cash in the case after that quick of a match anyway. But in the weeks to come, will there be a bag of holding in Novar's future? Only time will tell. And that brings us to the end. Oh, that got knocked over, so we're going to have to do it this way. Where's my cursor at? That will bring us to the end of our first premium live event of the season. The bags of holding have been distributed. Several championship belts have been distributed. Some retained, some very intense matches here tonight. I'll be working on getting these up onto YouTube, hopefully no later than tomorrow afternoon or early evening. I'll get the tape edited here tonight. So, schedule, as always, will be Monday night, will be Family Night at the Emporium, as my daughter Bonnie and I will be, hopefully, I think the way this game is going, we're doing the Murder in the Orient Express, that they've added stuff to the novel here. So we thought we were done last week in there, but we ended up just finishing in Venice. We're now in Geneva, Switzerland. So we're either going to wrap it up there, or I have a feeling it's also going to take us to Paris at the end of where the Orient Express finishes its route. So I would not be surprised if this coming Monday is actually our penultimate episode, and then the final episode being the week after that, i.e., we complete things in Geneva this week, and then we go to Paris for the final. Is what I'm guessing, but who knows? We'll be surprised, as we have been all the way through all this game. Wednesday is the weekly Skyrim serial, as we are currently have me doing one of the most challenging role plays out there in the world, role playing myself in the middle of Skyrim. I have been transported there, and I've discovered that I am something called the Dragonborn. And right now, I'm trying to find out how to get back. But right now, the biggest problem is I'm dealing with the first Dragonborn, this guy named Mirak. And it looks like gonna have to stop his cultists from trying to kill me and take me out, so that way I can do my research on the dragons, the dragon priests, and all these shouts, to hopefully find a shout that will take me back home. And that's happening on Wednesday, and then next Saturday we'll be going with Grappler's Keep as we work towards the next premium live event. Starting next week, we will have rivalries going on. Right now, I didn't do any rivalries this first time around because I want to get everybody after the break reacquainted with all the wrestlers, as we saw everyone tonight. So we're going to set up two rivalries on the men's side, two rivalries on the men's side, and we will go from there. So that's what we have going on. If you like what you see here, you can join us in Discord. People are one of the big thing people are in when it comes to streamers are merchandise. People like to make merch. People like to buy merch. People like to wear and use merch. You like merch? We got merch. We got stuff for Grappler's Keep. We have time for this stream, the Old Time Gaming Emporium. We have stuff for our sponsor, Diet Water. We have hats. We have shirts. We have insulated cups. We have drink cozies. I don't have mine with... Oh, here it is. For your cans and bottles, we have the tall and the regular size and the tall one size for your bottles and stuff like that. We have stickers available. T-shirts come in a variety of colors, as do the hats. Grappler's Keep only comes in gold on black or black on gold, because those are the official colors for Grappler's Keep. And besides, I'm an Iowa Hawkeye. Our colors are black and gold, so that show is black and gold. But we have those available. You can use our link that's in the chat right now for our shop on Fourth Wall. Another thing that I do is I make custom GM screens for people doing tabletop RPG games for their home games and stuff like that. Are you a budding GM that would like to have their own custom-made Game Master screen? Do you have a forever GM who would love or could probably use a screen customized just for them or for their campaign, or as a gift to commemorate a campaign that has ended or is just about to end? We have different ones. We have the standard 4-panel model. This one folds up into kind of a book size kind of size and shape kind of thing. We have a solid 3-panel one that the sides attached to each other with magnets. We can either have it as the solid wood. I have a model where you can put a tablet inside and have the tablet facing you as you're running the game, so you can play audio or have references in front of you and stuff like that. I also have made that one the opposite way around, so that way the tablet's facing the players, so they can see graphics and images and stuff like that if you so desire. I also have a 3-panel model that has a computer monitor inside that you can hook up to a laptop or to a PC, so that way you can put up maps and images and play audio and put up things for track initiative and all sorts of things along that line. Those are all available on our Etsy shop for Diet Water Productions that is currently there in the chat right now. If you like what you see here, we have sections in Discord to talk about the different games that we have going on. We have sections for you to show off your creative endeavors because we do all sorts of creative stuff here in this household, and we encourage you to do yours and to show them off. We also have a special section called the Prayer Closet. Here in this household, we deeply believe in the power of prayer. We know that it's real. We know that it's powerful. We know that it works. We've seen it time and time again with with ourselves, our family, our church family, our friends, and other people. So, with the way the world is going right now, especially with what happened a couple of days ago in Utah, this world definitely needs prayer. So if you have a need, if you have a concern, if you have a request, please place it there in that section called the Prayer Closet, and we'll be praying for you. This isn't a thoughts and prayers and then no one does anything. I have my tablet right here. On there, I have an app called Evernote that I use on my tablet, that I use on my phone, that I have on my PC. With that, I can access my prayer list anytime, anywhere. So that's where I keep track of everyone who's currently on the prayer list to make sure that they don't get forgotten and to track how God answers those prayers. So please take advantage of this if you would like that kind of spiritual support. If it's something that's kind of personal, it's kind of private, and you don't want all the world knowing about it, then just use the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what we call an unspoken request, which means God knows what it is, because of course God knows all. You know what it is because it's your concern. We don't know, but we don't have to know all the dirty details. All we need to know is that the need is there, and we'll be praying for you just as hard as if we knew what was exactly going on. So, again, please take advantage of that because, face it, the internet doesn't need to know everything about your life. So just use the praying hands emoji, and that's all we'll need, and we'll be praying for you. So, please take advantage of that. Now, let's go see who we can go raid tonight. Let's see who's up. We've tried Chaotic Neutrals before, but I think we're not have enough people to do a raid with for her. Phenomon, we got Miss Fifi, we got Jarl of Goats is up. Let's go raid Jarl of Goats. A GM Screen customer of mine does a lot of good gaming stuff. He has a lot of interaction with people playing MMORP or whatever the abbreviation is. The games that you play as a group. And does D&D and stuff like that. So we'll go raid our friend of the channel, Jarl of Goats, here tonight. So, on behalf of everyone here at Diet Water Productions here and here at the Old Time Gaming Emporium, brain's starting to shut down here. May green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and warm be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody.
It is the best Twitch channel that is secretly an old-timey ice cream parlor on either side of the Mississippi, or the Rockies. And you should hear about the specials. Monday nights is Bonnie's Bonbons, cream extravaganza with all the float sodas and sundaes you can shake a stick at. I can shake a stick at quite a lot of Sundays, but there is also a Fudge Rodin Sunday special on Tuesdays, and the famous 1, 2, 3 parfait on Wednesdays, where wrestlers meet up in the squared circle to work out their differences with some healthy wrestling-style fisticuffs. It is all good, clean fun. Hawkeye's old-time gaming emporium. Their milkshakes bring all the gamers to the yard, and their content is more exciting than any Nickelodeon. Take your horse and buggy to their address, twitch.tv/KY Hawkeye.
This has been a Diet Water production.